Hi, my name is Drew Mesmer. I was responsible for the design of the front differential case. Being as we used a four-wheel drive chain drive system, we had a sprocket that transferred the power to the front differential. In the front, we decided to go with a torsion differential. We wanted the sprocket to be centered in the middle of the cart so that the chain ran between the driver's legs. In order to do that, I implemented a two-half case design. One half had the sprocket mounted to it, and the other half just had dowels in it that transferred the load to each side evenly.
Hi, my name is Joseph Stengel. I'm responsible for the front differential mount. One of the main challenges about designing a front differential mount is working with the other two capstone teams because design aspects are always changing. Overall, there were three different iterations of the front differential mount. As the chassis and suspension geometries would change over time, it would require me to move the front diff mount a certain distance forward or backwards each time. That would require me to change the front differential shape to accompany for those changes.
My name is Elijah Barbie, and I'm a part of the Drivetrain SAE Baja Motorsports team. Because our chain to the front differential is so long, it needs a pretty heavy-duty tensioner to keep it under control. So we decided to use a mountain bike shock mounted to the tensioner to keep the chain under control. It'll minimize vibrations. We can tune the spring rate so we can minimize the chain deflection. So one of the other decisions that I made was deciding to use nylon as a material for our chain rollers. This decision was made because it should minimize wear on the chain. The plastic rollers can be made in a cheap and easy way so that they can be easily replaceable instead of having to replace the whole chain.
Hi there, I'm Derek Ryman. I'm on the Baja SAE Drivetrain capstone team, and I'm working on the CVT Selection for this year's Baja car, as well as CV axle design, paired with a little bit of integration of the subsystems all into the chassis. For CVT Selection, we decided to go with the CVTech CVT for its larger ratio range and cheaper price point than the previous years. And for this year, we decided to go with completely custom CV axles in order to improve the customizability of the design and to allow us to use different inboard and outboard sides on the chassis in order to save costs and improve functionality.
Hi everyone, I'm Stevie Clare. I'm on the Baja SAE Drivetrain capstone group, and I work primarily on the hazardous release of energy guards. So Baja SAE rules require that we have a specific thickness of material guarding the tangential release of energy from any rotating parts, which includes chains in our case. And so we made our guards out of 1/8" aluminum to meet that requirement. Because of our four-wheel drive system, we have a chain guard running from the rear of the car to the front of the car to protect the driver and to protect the chain. All of the guards also have entanglement guards or finger guards, and in our case we used 1/8" thick polycarbonate just to prevent any hands from getting into rotating parts and the chain.
Hi guys, my name is Nathan Haight. I'm a part of our SAE Baja Drivetrain team, and more specifically this semester I've been working on the rear differential and packaging. So this year we went with a spool in the rear for a couple reasons. One, it has a great freewheeling ability. Downside of that is the turning ability is not going to be as good as, say, an open or an LSD. But we had a differential that we've used previously on different years' cars, which helped us make a decision on making a spool or using a spool for the rear of the car. For this year, we've also extensively used quite a lot of sheet metal in designing this car. We've been using 10-gauge steel and designing all of our tabs. Now this is great for manufacturability because we can just bend it up and weld it straight to the frame.